The
I can't believe
termination
you're just
email
sitting there
arrived while
drinking.
snow was
You
still
completely
melting on the
ruined this
sidewalk
trip.
outside
How
the
could you
diner.
be so
A
selfish?
single line of cold words ending 9 years of loyalty in less than 10 seconds. For the first time in nearly a decade, a single father had dared to sit down on a holiday, lift his head from exhaustion, and smile at his child over a shared meal. He had no idea that moment of peace would cost him his job, or that the woman who fired him had no idea who was sitting across the table from him. If you believe in kindness, in second chances, and in the quiet power of compassion that changes lives when no one is watching, take a moment now to like this video, share it, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Stories like this exist because people like you still believe goodness matters. Michael Turner had built his life around survival. After his wife passed away unexpectedly from a sudden illness, the world did not stop to grieve with him. Bills still arrived. His daughter Lily still needed food, warmth, and reassurance that everything would be okay. Michael worked 2 jobs for years until his body could no longer handle the strain, eventually settling into a stable position as an operations supervisor at a large logistics firm in Ohio. It was not glamorous, but it was reliable. 9 years passed without a single vacation, holiday, or sick day taken for himself. Every day off was saved for Lily. His boss, Amanda Reynolds, was known throughout the company as efficient and ruthless. She believed discipline built success, and that personal struggles were excuses. Amanda rose quickly through the corporate ladder, proud of her reputation for never bending rules. She measured loyalty in output, not years, and had little patience for anything that disrupted productivity. Employees feared her, respected her, and avoided her whenever possible. What Amanda did not know was that Michael had quietly become the backbone of her department. He covered shifts no one wanted, trained new hires without complaint, and fixed problems before they reached her desk. When others called out, Michael stepped in. When systems failed, Michael stayed late. He never asked for praise, never complained, and never explained why he could not work holidays. He simply said yes, every time. That year, Lily turned 10. She had never experienced a real holiday meal at a restaurant. Every Christmas, Thanksgiving, and New Year's was spent at home with microwave dinners and quiet movies because Michael was always working. When Lily's teacher asked her to write about her favorite holiday memory, she wrote honestly that she did not have one yet. That paper stayed folded in Michael's pocket for weeks, weighing heavier than any overtime shift. So when Michael realized that the company calendar mistakenly listed him as approved for Christmas afternoon off due to a scheduling error, he hesitated. He knew Amanda hated mistakes. He knew taking that time might be noticed. But he also knew Lily deserved one afternoon where she felt chosen. For the first time in 9 years, Michael did not correct the error. They went to a modest diner decorated with faded lights and plastic wreaths. Lily wore her favorite sweater. Michael wore the same coat he had worn for years. They ordered pancakes and hot chocolate, laughing quietly, savoring something that felt almost forbidden. For 1 hour, Michael forgot the weight of responsibility. He forgot the fear of losing everything. He was just a dad enjoying a holiday with his child. Across the room, in a private booth near the window, sat an elderly man with kind eyes and an unmistakable presence. He watched Michael and Lily with quiet interest, smiling softly as Lily animatedly told her father's story. When Lily accidentally knocked over her glass, Michael calmly helped clean it up, reassuring her without embarrassment. The old man noticed everything. The next morning, Michael arrived at work early, as always. Waiting in his inbox was a termination notice, citing unauthorized absence and violation of company attendance policy. No meeting, no discussion. Just a final decision approved by Amanda Reynolds herself. Michael felt the air leave his lungs as 9 years collapsed into a paragraph. He packed his desk silently, shame burning his chest. Co-workers avoided eye contact, afraid association might cost him too. Michael did not fight it. He did not beg. He simply walked out, wondering how he would tell Lily that the one perfect holiday they shared had destroyed their future. What Amanda did not know was that the elderly man from the diner was Harold Whitman, the founder and majority owner of the logistics firm. At 82, Harold rarely visited company locations anymore, preferring to observe quietly from a distance. That holiday afternoon, He had chosen that diner to escape loneliness after losing his wife years earlier. Harold had built the company with a belief that character mattered more than numbers. Over time, he had watched leadership drift away from that philosophy. Sitting in that booth, watching Michael sacrifice everything for a child without complaint, Harold saw something he had not seen in years: integrity, devotion, humanity. The next day, Harold requested a full review of Michael Turner's employment record. What he found stunned him. 9 years of perfect attendance. No write-ups. No complaints. Dozens of commendations buried in internal notes that never reached upper management. Harold then asked why such an employee had been fired without warning. The answer pointed directly to Amanda. Amanda was summoned to a meeting she assumed would be routine. Instead, she walked into a room where the company's founder sat waiting, his expression calm but heavy. He asked her to explain why a man with 9 years of spotless service was terminated for taking a holiday afternoon. Amanda spoke confidently about rules, discipline, and precedent, unaware that every word widened the distance between her and the values the company was built on. Harold listened, then asked a single question that unraveled everything. He asked whether leadership existed to enforce rules blindly or protect the people who upheld the company when no one else would. Amanda had no answer. Michael was called back to the office that same afternoon, convinced it was a mistake. Instead, he was offered his job back with full back pay, extended benefits, and a promotion into a role that allowed flexible hours. But the greatest change was not professional. Harold personally thanked Michael for reminding him why he started the company in the first place. Amanda was removed from her position and reassigned to a role with direct oversight, forced to confront the cost of leadership without compassion. The message echoed to the company quickly, changing how managers treated employees who had long felt invisible. Michael went home that evening and cooked dinner with Lily, telling her that sometimes doing the right thing feels like a mistake until the world catches up. Lily smiled, believing him without hesitation. Just before the ending, take a moment to comment below and share what the story taught you about sacrifice, leadership, or second chances. Your words might reach someone who needs hope today. That holiday, once marked by fear and loss, became the turning point of Michael's life, not because he broke a rule, but because he honored what truly mattered. And the boss who fired him learned too late that power without empathy is the quickest way to lose everything that matters.